Thanks for watching. I'm excited to introduce to you an empowering new series of non-traditional educational videos. This 102 course is a short overview detailing the necessity of virtue. As we start to release weekly courses on our channel, we will build off of each successive course. So, make sure you start in order. This course will teach you how virtue applies to professional hustle. We're going to take some time to detail what virtue is, what you can learn from it, and most importantly, how to apply it to your life. Ready? Let's begin. Let's define the word. You know we're big on definitions here. Effective communication is all about defining things accurately. We can't use words and not agree upon the meaning. So with that said, let's look at virtue. As a noun, it means conformity to a standard of right, morality, or a particular moral excellence. You'll notice that the focus of virtue has to do with morality, a clear standard, and, when recognized by third parties, a form of excellence. Why this matters? In all forms of hustle, character traits are what anchor you in a deal. These virtues consist of loyalty, trustworthiness, integrity, honesty, and commitment. There is no dollar which will turn into cents if a person believes you to be an immoral person. We previously discussed the actual definition of hustle in our 101 overview. I encourage everyone to refer back to this. This is not a sense of free-for-all or promoting anything other than forced effort towards a strong moral standard. That's important. Let's get into our main goals. Understanding virtue, developing virtue, the psychology of virtue, and virtue as an asset, like real value. I'm not talking hypothetical, things you can quantify monetarily. This is not self-help. This isn't a session about philosophy. There's ample psychology research to support people choosing partners, friends, and relationships based on the perceived moral value of an individual. It's written extensively about this in various contexts as it pertains to peer-reviewed research, and especially I've written about it in relationship contexts. You can feel free to check out my Medium account for numerous peer-reviewed research with this evidence. We're going to tackle understanding virtue first. We have to clearly define what virtue is. Then we'll discuss the techniques how to develop virtue. Of course, this is going to be backed by peer-reviewed research. Then we're going to explain the psychology behind how people process virtue. Once we're done with that, finally, we'll demonstrate virtue as a tangible asset, something that you can actually quantify into real dollars and cents. And I don't mean common sense. Understanding virtue. Virtue is akin to character traits. Some are born into this naturally. We see this in children who are innately curious, loving, or cautious. Most character traits can be trained. They are refined by undergoing difficulties, obstacles, or problems. Our minds determine what are useful and adopt them based on the results. People tend to avoid the acquisition of a lot of virtues because the process to develop them is uncomfortable. I get it. All great achievements, though, are celebrated because they require sacrifice or struggle. I understand that some virtues are avoided, like honesty or resilience, because maybe you don't see the immediate results of it. But it's important because in the long run, honesty and resilience actually yield what you're looking for. It gets you to that place that you're looking to accomplish, and that's often what's actually celebrated. So let's continue. This might be one of the most important slides, developing virtue. Patience, resilience, forgiveness, prudence. These are all very important things. I pair financial with patience because that's what you need to actually accomplish anything monetarily. The technique is reading. Reading for 30 minutes. You have to pass time in a controlled manner when you're reading. Most people are going to read maybe 2 pages a minute. Maybe 1 if you're a fast reader. That means you got to go through 30 pages of knowledge. Not only do you learn things, but there's nothing there to stimulate anything other than focus. And that's why I talk about that. Which brings me into resilience. exercising the discomfort is a very important technique. Anytime you experience discomfort, you have to kind of will yourself and you have to focus. That's why I have focus above resilience. That's important. When we talk about forgiveness, that's very important. It makes you a better person. And there's so much research that shows and supports forgiving someone is for you. It de-stresses you. It gets you in a better state of mind. And it takes that burden off of you. A technique for this is repeating back statements. People say, what do you mean? Like parrot? And I go, yeah, of course. Parroting people back. It shows that you're willing to give an effort to repeat things back to people and develop something underlying forgiveness, which is empathy. Now, prudent decisions, the final technique, walking in straight lines, may seem silly, but the whole idea is to get you to pay attention and alter your behavior so that you know where you're going and you literally put one step in front of the other. You can do this with silly things like making sure that when you're walking in the mall and there's tiles, you stay on the tile line. Or simply, like I'm doing, stay within the squares. It may seem silly, but these repetitive actions help develop these type of character traits. Psychology. It's important to understand people when they talk. More importantly, it's important to understand how they feel. The ability to empathize and develop altruistic capability is what catapulted our species forward in evolution. The ability to understand others is vital. People will say their best experiences come when they, 1, feel understood, 2, feel heard, or 3, feel respected. I won't leave out number 4, which is to feel safe. The word here is feel. All of these examples share that. As logical as we are, it's important to recognize emotions. In fact, most psychological studies show humans only pair action with their reason when feelings compel them to do so. Emotions are required precursors for decisions. That's how inaccurate people can be when they say things like, I only make the logical choices. It's true. Logic determines a lot of that. But being understood, heard, respected, and feeling safe is very, very important in actually transitioning any of those logical conclusions to action. I bet you didn't see this one coming. Virtue as an asset. Assets produce money and increase in value. Monetarily, this is the result of an asset from an economic perspective. The same applies in virtue. That's how we're approaching it, economically. You came here for an alternative career, and that's what I'm trying to do. While you may not be able to sell your virtues, you sell yourself all the time. You do this by having people believe in you, trust you, and have faith in you. For any transaction to consummate, you must have people believe in you, trust you, and have faith in you. There is no other way. And in that way, you can see how it quantifies and how it extrapolates. In the next slide, I'm going to show you exactly how virtue can translate to tangible value. My gross record. This simple advice has taken me to over 12 million in gross revenue throughout the years. This is not about business, but a self-employed career which answers unique problems with unique solutions. These revenues have costs, licensing, and certification requirements. Keep this in mind. Virtue can be measured in value when it is channeled properly. And often, the thing that separates a conglomerate from a personal choice is exactly what I said, a personal choice. Don't underestimate virtue. I'm excited if you've made it to the end of this video. This overview is designed to expose you to the concepts, ideals, and clear definitions of virtue in professional hustle. Get an ebook copy of my international best-selling book for free by clicking the link in the description. After you sign up, send an email after sign up and put this week's video code in, 102, in your follow-up email, asking for your free ebook for watching this week's video. Again, this week's video code is 102. Each week the code changes, so stay tuned for the following video and educational course. No information in this course is designed to be a recommendation for investing, providing financial advice, or financial products. Please do not contact us for investment inquiries or any investment-related recommendations. This is a free educational tool to be used for informational and educational purposes only. See you next time, ladies and gents. Hustle hard.